Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Talk English. I'm Emily, and today we're talking about something that's probably more relevant to your daily life than formal English conversations: texting and messaging.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. And yeah, if you've ever sent a text to a native English speaker and gotten back something like LOL okay BRB and thought, wait, what does that even mean? This episode is for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. I actually had a student come to me last week completely confused because her American friend texted her OMW and she thought it was some kind of excited exclamation. She had no idea it meant on my way.
That's so common. And here's the thing. You can be great at formal English, ace your grammar tests, write perfect essays, but then you get into a WhatsApp group chat with native speakers and feel completely lost. The language is just different.
Exactly, because texting English has its own rules, its own abbreviations, its own tone. And honestly, if you're using English in real life, whether for work, friendships, or dating, you're probably texting more than you're having formal conversations.
Right. And what makes texting tricky is that it's casual, it's fast, it changes constantly, and it's full of abbreviations, slang, and emojis that can completely change the meaning of a message.
So true. Like okay versus okay period versus okay versus K all give off completely different vibes. Native speakers can feel those differences instantly, but learners have no idea.
Exactly. In today's episode, we're going to break down modern messaging English. We'll cover the most common abbreviations you need to know, how to sound natural and friendly in texts, when to use emojis, texting etiquette like how long to wait before responding, and even how to handle group chats.
We'll also talk about the difference between texting friends versus texting colleagues or your boss, because that's super important. Plus, we've got our vocabulary breakdown and practice challenges at the end.
Whether you're texting on WhatsApp, messaging on Instagram, or just trying to understand what your English-speaking friends are saying, this episode will help you chat like a native. Let's get into it.
All right, so let's just dive in with a real scenario. Imagine I text you, hey, want to grab coffee later? How would you respond as a native speaker?
Okay, so if I'm interested, I might say, yeah, for sure, what time works? Or if I'm really enthusiastic, OMG, yes, I've been dying for coffee, lol. 3 p.m.? See how casual that is. For sure is super common in texting instead of just yes.
Oh, good example. And you use LOL, probably the most famous texting abbreviation. But here's what confuses learners. You don't actually have to be laughing to use LOL, right?
Exactly. LOL doesn't always mean you're literally laughing out loud anymore. A lot of times, it's just a way to make your message sound friendlier or less serious. Like, I'm so tired, LOL, doesn't mean you're laughing about being tired, it just softens the message.
Right. So it's kind of like punctuation now.
Yeah, exactly. Same with haha. If someone sends just okay, it can sound cold or annoyed, but okay, haha sounds friendly and casual. It's all about the tone you're going for.
Okay, so let's talk about abbreviations. What are the essential ones that learners absolutely need to know?
Good question. So the big ones. BRB means be right back. You're stepping away briefly. OMW is on my way, you're coming. BTW is by the way, you're adding extra information. IMO or IMHO is in my opinion or in my humble opinion.
What about TBH? I see that one everywhere.
Oh yeah, TBH means to be honest. It's used when you're about to say something frank or real. Like, to be honest, I didn't really like that movie. It's kind of like saying, I'm being real with you here.
And NVM? I feel like I see that one, but it took me forever to figure out what it meant.
Yeah, NVM is never mind. It means forget what I just said. It doesn't matter anymore. Like if you text someone asking a question, then figure out the answer yourself, you'd say, oh wait, Nivma, I found it.
Okay, now here's something that really confuses learners: punctuation in texting. Like, when should you use a period?
Oh man, this is huge. So here's the thing. In casual texting, periods can seem aggressive or cold. If I text okay with a period, it sounds annoyed. But okay without a period sounds normal and friendly.
Wait, really? So I should just not use periods?
In casual texting with friends, yeah, mostly avoid them in short messages. It's weird, I know, but that's just how the texting culture has evolved. You can use them in longer messages or when you're being more serious, but for short, casual stuff, leave them out.
This is wild. Okay, what about capital letters?
Good question.
All caps usually means you're shouting or very excited, so hello feels aggressive or super enthusiastic depending on context. But no caps at all, like hey, I'm running late, sorry, is super casual and relaxed. It's all about the vibe you're going for.
So capitalization is like vocal volume in text form?
Exactly, perfect analogy. And here's another one. Using multiple letters to emphasize things like yes or so tired or why. It's a way to show intensity or emotion without actually saying I'm very excited or I'm extremely tired.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about response times because I know learners stress about this. How quickly should you respond to a text?
Ah, yes, the eternal question. So here's the deal. It depends on the context and the relationship. With close friends, honestly, respond whenever you see it. Could be immediately or hours later. Both are fine. With newer friends or people you're dating, there's this weird dance where people sometimes wait a bit to not seem too eager.
The don't seem too eager thing is so interesting. So there are like texting games?
Yeah, unfortunately, especially in early stage dating. Some people wait a certain amount of time before responding to seem busy or less interested. But honestly, that's playing games, and good communication is usually just being genuine. If you want to respond, respond.
Good advice. What about when someone texts you and you can't respond right away? Should you acknowledge it?
That's actually really considerate. A lot of people will send a quick can't talk now, we'll text you later, or just later, or even just a thumbs up emoji. It lets them know you saw it, but can't engage fully right now.
Ah, emojis. We need to talk about those. What are the essential ones and what do they actually mean?
Oh man, emojis are their own language. So, crying laughing face is the classic crying laughing face. Use it for funny things. Heart is straightforward. Love, appreciation. Thumbs up is okay, agree, understood. Eye roll is annoyance or ugh, really? But here's where it gets tricky.
What do you mean?
Well, emojis can be interpreted differently depending on age, culture, and context. Like younger people think a smiley face is creepy or passive aggressive, but older people use it genuinely. And a skull doesn't mean death, it means I'm dying laughing or that's hilarious.
Wait, so crying face isn't always sad?
Nope. Often it means you're laughing so hard you're crying. Like if someone tells a hilarious story, you might respond crying face, crying face, crying face, meaning it's so funny. Context is everything.
This is so complex. Okay, what about professional texting, like texting a coworker or boss?
Great question. The rules change completely in professional context. You generally want to use proper spelling and grammar, no you instead of you. Avoid excessive emojis, maybe one friendly one is okay. Respond promptly during work hours and maintain a professional tone even though it's texting.
So, like, you wouldn't text your boss, hey, lol, yeah, for sure, TMRO works, haha.
Exactly. You'd say, hi, yes, tomorrow works well for me. What time? Much more professional. Though honestly, workplace texting culture varies a lot. Some offices are super casual, others are more formal. The safest approach is to mirror your supervisor's style.
That's smart. What about group chats? Any special etiquette there?
Oh, yes, group chats are a whole different beast. Don't spam the chat with 10 separate messages when one would do. Don't send voice messages at 2 a.m. unless it's an emergency. And if people are having a conversation about something specific, don't randomly change the subject without acknowledging it.
What about read receipts? Those blue check marks on WhatsApp that show you read the message.
Ah, the source of so much anxiety. So, read receipts can be a double edged sword. If someone sees you read their message but don't respond, they might feel ignored. But sometimes you need time to think about your response. It's totally fine to read a message and respond later.
Before we wrap up this dialogue section, any modern slang I should know?
Oh, definitely. No cop means no lie or for real. Low key means kind of or secretly, like I low key love that song.
High key is the opposite, openly and obviously. FR or FRFR means for real, agreement, or emphasis.
Perfect. Let's recap those key phrases before we move to the vocabulary section. Okay, let's break down the essential texting vocabulary and abbreviations you need to know. We'll explain each one with examples and context.
Let's do this.
First up, LOL/LMAO.
LOL means laughing out loud. LMAO means laughing my ass off, stronger. But remember, these are more about tone now than literal laughing. Example, that meeting was so awkward, lol. Or this meme is hilarious, LMAO. LMAO is more intense than LOL.
Casual only. Don't use these in professional emails or text to your boss.
Second, BRB, GTG, TTYL.
BRB is be right back, short absence. GTG or G2G is gotta go, leaving conversation. TTYL is talk to you later. Examples, phone is dying, BRB. Or dinner's ready, gotta go. Or okay, TTYL.
These are conversation enders or pause indicators, polite ways to exit a chat or signal temporary unavailability.
Third, OMW/ETA.
OMW is on my way, you're traveling. ETA is estimated time of arrival. Example, just left, OMW, ETA 20 minutes. Super common when coordinating meetups.
Much faster than typing, I am currently on my way to meet you and I will arrive in approximately 20 minutes.
Fourth, BTW/FYI.
BTW is by the way, introducing new info. FYI is for your information, sharing useful info. Examples, BTW, Sarah's coming too. Or FYI, the store closes at 8.
Both add extra information to a conversation. BTW is more casual, FYI is slightly more formal and can be used professionally.
Fifth, IMO, HMO, TBH.
IMO is in my opinion. HMO is in my humble opinion, slightly more polite. TBH is to be honest, being candid. Examples, IMO.restaurant is overrated. IMHO, we should wait. TBH, I don't really care.
Use these when stating personal views or being frank. TBH often precedes honest or direct statements that might be uncomfortable.
Sixth, NVM, NBD, NP.
NVM means never mind. NBD means no big deal. NP means no problem. You're welcome. Examples, where's the remote? NVM, found it. Sorry I'm late, NBD. Or thanks, NP.
All three downplay issues or show something doesn't matter. NP is a casual you're welcome.
Seventh, IDK, IDC, IYKYK.
IDK is I don't know. IDC is I don't care. IYKYK is if you know, you know. Insider reference. Examples, what time does it start? IDK, check the website. Which one do you want? IDC, you choose. Or posting a photo with IYKYK, meaning insiders will understand the reference.
IDK and IDC are straightforward. IYKYK is more social media oriented, suggesting an inside joke or shared experience.
Eighth, WBU/HBU.
WBU or HBU means what or how about you, used to return a question. Example, I'm good, WBU, or having pizza for dinner, HBU.
Super common in back and forth texting. Shows you're interested in the other person's response too.
Ninth, punctuation and capitalization.
Remember, periods can seem cold in short messages like okay dot versus okay. All caps is shouting or excitement. No caps is super casual. Repeated letters show emotion like yes, why.
Example, K, annoyed, versus okay, neutral, versus okay, friendly, versus okay, shouting, versus okay, playful or uncertain.
10th, common emoji meanings.
The crying laughing means crying laughing, very funny. The heart means love or like. The thumbs up means okay or agree. The skull means dying laughing, not literal death. The crying face means crying sad or laughing hard. The rolling eyes means eye roll or annoyed. And the praying hands means thank you, please, or praying.
Context determines meaning. Pay attention to how people in your circles use them. When unsure, stick to the obvious ones, like smiley, heart, thumbs up.
11th, modern slang.
No cap means no lie, for real. Low key means kind of, secretly. FR means for real. NGL means not gonna lie. Slay means do amazingly. Bet means okay, sounds good. Valid means understandable or legitimate.
Examples: this song slaps, no cap. I low-key forgot about that. FR though, that was crazy. Wanna get coffee? Bet. Valid.
And finally, professional versus casual texting.
Professional, full words, proper grammar, limited emojis, thumbs up, okay, prompt responses, clear communication. Casual, abbreviations, slang, multiple emojis, flexible response times, relaxed grammar.
Example professional text. Hi, yes, I received the document. I'll review it tonight and get back to you tomorrow morning. Thanks. Casual text. Yep, got it. Gonna read it tonight and let you know tomorrow. Thanks.
Always match the formality level of the person you're texting, especially in professional contexts. All right, everyone, practice time. Here are your challenges to master texting English this week.
Challenge 1. Start a text conversation with an English-speaking friend or language partner. Try to use at least 5 abbreviations from today's episode naturally. For example, hey, on my way to the store. BTW, did you need anything? Let me know.
Don't force them all into one message, though. Let them flow naturally throughout the conversation. Notice if they use any abbreviations back and try to learn from their texting style.
Challenge 2. Pay attention to emoji usage. Look at how native speakers use emojis in texts, social media comments, or WhatsApp groups. Take note of which emojis appear frequently and in what contexts. Try using 2 to 3 new emojis this week in appropriate situations.
Challenge 3. Practice tone through punctuation and capitalization. Send 3 messages experimenting with different vibes. 1 super casual, no caps, lots of ha-has. 1 friendly but clear, normal punctuation. And 1 enthusiastic, exclamation points, maybe all caps for 1 word.
Notice how the same content can feel differently based on how you write it. For example, that's cool versus that's cool versus that's so cool versus that's cool, haha. All different vibes.
Challenge 4. If you're in any English language WhatsApp or Telegram groups, become an active observer. Don't just read, analyze. How do people enter conversations? How do they exit? What abbreviations and slang appear most often? What's the group's emoji culture like?
And here's a bonus challenge. Create a personal texting cheat sheet in your phone's notes. Write down the abbreviations and slang you see most often with their meanings. Whenever you encounter a new one, add it to your list. Review it once a week.
The key is to start using these naturally, not robotically. Don't text someone LOL, BRB, OMW, BTW all in one message just because you learn them. That's weird. Let them emerge organically in real conversations.
And remember, it's okay to ask. If someone uses an abbreviation or slang you don't understand, just ask, what does XYZ mean? Native speakers will happily explain. We all had to learn these at some point, too.
All right, that's all for today's episode. Let's recap quickly. Texting English has its own rules that differ significantly from formal English.
Abbreviations like LOL, BRB, OMW, BTW, and TBH are essential for casual texting.
We covered how punctuation and capitalization carry emotional weight. Periods can seem cold, all caps means shouting, and no caps is ultra casual. Emojis are their own language, with meanings that vary by age and context.
Professional texting requires proper grammar, complete words, and appropriate tone, while casual texting with friends can use abbreviations, slang, and relaxed grammar.
Always mirror the formality level of the person you're messaging.
The bottom line, texting culture is about being quick, casual, and expressive in ways that might seem odd compared to traditional English rules. But once you learn these unwritten rules, you'll feel so much more comfortable chatting with native speakers.
If this episode helped you, leave a comment telling us what texting abbreviation confused you the most, or share a funny texting misunderstanding you've experienced. We'd love to hear your stories.
And next week, we're covering something equally practical: how to order food like a native English speaker, whether you're at a restaurant, cafe, or fast food place. We'll cover all the phrases, vocabulary, and cultural norms you need to know.
Thanks for listening to Real Talk English. Now go forth and text confidently. Remember, when in doubt, just ask what something means. Happy texting!
Bye, everyone!